So hear me out. I know what it's like to have failed businesses or multiple failed businesses because I personally have been there. So today I want to talk to you about 6 small town businesses that never fail. And these are small business ideas that make you great money. So definitely let's go ahead and get straight into the list. If you're new here, it's me, Georgia B. And I just wanted to run through this list really quick for you guys, give you my perspective. This list is provided to you by Unconventional Acquisitions, which I believe is Cody Sanchez's company, if you guys are familiar with her. And so really quick, I just wanted to talk about businesses that I actually had. I had my very first business when I was 22 years old, which was actually a brick and mortar business. It was a party store. I failed miserably. During that process, I did learn how to build business credit. So that was a win that carried me throughout, over other businesses that I had. But actually failing at a business is not a good feeling. And if you've had multiple businesses, then you would know that a failed business, it really hurts. It's embarrassing. It's shameful. I've experienced all of those feelings. And so this list is just kind of like near to my heart a little bit because I wish I would have had this list when I was looking at businesses. And so when my first business did fail, like I said, there is a particular business on this list that I did get into when I realized the success rate. And I don't think nobody actually ever told me the success rate, but I remember thinking like, this is amazing. Like the money, obviously the profits, and then the minimal overhead. So the first one on the list is going to be laundromats. And so ask yourself, have you ever seen a laundromat close? Like you've never seen a laundromat close, and that goes to show you a lot. I remember like one of my cousins, he always said that he wanted to open either a laundromat or a car. He said he always wanted to open a laundromat or car wash. Interestingly enough, car wash is not on this list. The reason why is because it's a business that always is required, no matter if there's a recession, no recession. People are always going to need to get their car cleaned, and people are always going to need to wash their clothes, especially people who rent. Plus, the success rate of laundromats are so high, and it's number 1 on the list just because you need, like I said, minimal overhead costs, which is what caused my first business to fail. And then also because you don't need to pay a lot of staff to do things, and to that effect. So you can literally just have one person on the staff just there to assist people. So basically there to assist people or, work with the coin machines and things like that. So the second business is going to be a rental property business. And so this is the business that I personally have. And so I remember when my party store closed years ago, I had learned about real estate and I was like, I really love this. I ended up getting my real estate license. I've had it for over like 6 years. And I was like, okay, what I want to do is I want to be able to rent to people. Make sure you do check out a video if you're interested in rental properties. I broke down how I was able to make money every single month, and I was only paying $50 a month for my mortgage. So I will go ahead and put that in the description box or in the comments as well for you to go ahead and watch that video. Just if you're interested in this particular rental property business. The reason why I love rental property business is because it's real estate. Like people are always going to need a place to live. Like if they don't, it's going to be food and it's going to be a place to live, right? That's always like prime. People are always going to pay their rent. They're always going to pay their mortgage before they miss any other bills because they want to have a roof over their head. So I hope that's self-explanatory. The success rate on rental property business is 85.3%, which is a great success rate. And it's just a great business overall. I can tell you from personal experience, rental property business is very hands-off. I actually do live in the house with my tenants. I live in a separate housing quarters than them. And again, so the least amount that I ever paid was $50 a month for an extended period of time when I had my house fully rented out. And so there was minimal household costs. I had a home warranty, which allowed me to minimize like my cost for the upkeep of the home. It wasn't a lot at all. Like I came from no experience, right, with rental property. Like, it's been super easy. So coming from a girl that, had no experience prior, I would say that this is a great one for you to look into rental property business. So number 3 on the list is going to be self-storage facilities. And so I know this one might seem a little bit like weird, but I've always heard that storage facilities are like gold. It actually has a 92% success rate. And so the reason being is that it's minimal staff, as if like also like with the laundromat. and then you don't need a lot of things to run the business. The business pretty much runs on its own. And if you notice, a lot of the things on this list, it just kind of clicked for me, is to tell you guys that a lot of these businesses run on its own, right? It's recession proof and it runs on its own. So even if it's something outside of this list that you're thinking about, you want to consider those two things that I just mentioned. And so, you know, with the self-storage facilities, you have a keyless entry. You can even, get your storage unit online and set everything up that way, and then show up to the facility and, do whatever you need to do from there. So it's minimal overhead costs. And 4 on the list is transportation businesses. And so you want to think of things like Uber, working for like a third-party transportation company. These are businesses that people usually already have cars anyway. It's great for, tax benefit times as well. And then also you're able to do like a side hustle or just start a small business in that way. And so that's what you want to think about when you think about the transportation business. And, it's more so a current day thing. Maybe back in the day it wasn't as prominent, but because of all of the online businesses and things like Amazon, people order so many things online, it just makes sense that you want to be the middleman between people getting their goods and receiving it. So it can even be like a trucking company. I actually have a cousin that has a trucking company and they really enjoy it. They make great money from it. So that is a great transportation business, and it has a 76.4% success rate. So that's great. 5 on the list is going to be a vending machine business. And so, I don't know if you're new to this channel, then you might not know that I love TikTok. I love to, get ideas from TikTok or just to see success stories on TikTok. And so vending machine businesses, I know there's a lady on TikTok and she actually has her daughter that she started a vending machine business for her. Because remember what I said earlier in the video, low overhead costs for the vending machines, and then it is recession proof. Think about it. Vending machines in places like MVAs or really just any convenient places, hair salons, certain places, they can always take $1.50 to go buy a soda, go buy a juice. In a gym, they need to get a water, they need to get certain things, energy drinks. Like, these are small things that even in a recession, somebody wouldn't think twice about, like, oh, let me just go pay $1 to go get this because it's convenient, right? And depending on the location. So this vending machine business is a great one. I think people of all ages and places, so again, in small towns for businesses. So the success rate for vending machine businesses is over 90%. So you definitely want to go ahead and consider this an idea. Also, I remember in one of my videos about the small business ideas, I did, and I'll go ahead and put a link to that as well if you're interested. I had an idea of doing exotic snacks, but doing it with a vending machine business. So that's for somebody out there. I thought that was a really cool idea because they make a lot of money. I know I see them on TikTok as well, the exotic snacks. They get a lot of traffic. People are excited just to try exotic snacks from, different countries. They get a lot of traffic. So a lot of people are intrigued with trying new snacks. So imagine incorporating that into the vending machine business. I think that that's gold right there. And I haven't even seen that done actually. So if you do decide to try it, then definitely let me know. The last one for small town businesses that never fail is going to be senior care centers. And so you might be thinking like, oh, senior care centers, but I like to think about them in reference to like real estate, just because the government, they have been known to assist senior people with their housing facility costs. Just based on the economy. So even in a recession or whatever the case might be, like I said earlier, it's going to be recession proof. And then it's also something that is needed because, as the population continues to age, this is something that, people need a proper safe place to house their parents or their family members. It's a reliable source of income, especially like I said, with the government also funding for senior care centers as well. So those are the full 6 small town business ideas that never fail. You can live in a small town, you can live in a big city, you can live in a medium-sized town. I feel like it can apply to so many because remember, like I said, to me, all of these businesses have a few things in common, which is low overhead costs and recession proof. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Comment down below and let me know what type of business have you had or what type of business are you trying, or from this list, what business do you think would work the best? I did say that I'm chatting with you guys in the comments. I'm responding to all comments. So any questions that you guys have, do not be afraid to ask me. Be as detailed as possible. That way I can give you a clear, concise answer to the best of my ability. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.